Hello, my name is Okwemi Makonjola. I'm a sexual reproductive health consultant, and I'm also the founder of Bridge the Gap Initiative. A lot of people might be wondering, why is sex education important? I know a lot of parents, especially in Nigeria here, do not even want to have that conversation around sex in front of their kids. I mean, I understand. As a parent myself, it can be scary, but it is important, and I'm going to tell you why. One of the reasons is that sex sells. I mean, I know all of you would have observed that the environment where we are, the world today, is more sexualized than ever before. Are you going to put your child in a cave and when they turn 18, you now bring them out that, okay, you're an adult now? No, you can't do that, obviously. So it's important that we start that conversation from the house, from the home. As parents, it's important that your children have your voice in their head at different points when they encounter different situations to be able to make informed decisions. So please, I know that this might be uncomfortable. You might be icky, like, I don't want to have this conversation. I would rather pass out. Please don't pass out. Wake up and have this conversation. One of the reasons why I am very keen on parents having this conversation as early as possible is to avoid or prevent sexual abuse. One thing I want to make clear is sex education is not just about the act of sex. It goes way deeper than that. It talks about their body development. It talks about hitting puberty. A lot of young girls have said their parents didn't say anything to them about menstruation and they started their periods and they were confused. So don't be that kind of parent. So it's important that you have these conversations. And regarding sexual abuse, you can teach your children boundaries, teach your children how to identify sexual abuse before it occurs. There was a case I worked on where this boy was sexually abused by the nanny for years, and the parents didn't know. And the boy never spoke up because he didn't know it was abuse. He just thought this nanny just really liked him and she was just making things pleasurable for him. He didn't know and the parents didn't know. So it was later on when this guy was like 15 that everybody discovered, and there was a lot of chaos. You don't want to get to that point at all. So it's important that as early as your child understands things, you start helping them, you start guiding them, and you can start early, like from when they're toddlers, to talk about different parts of their bodies. This is your head, this is your private part, this is your non-private part. Start those conversations from that end. And I'm happy to be here. Don't worry, further videos are going to break down this sex education thing in age-appropriate languages. So yes, I got you. So please, let's start these conversations early. Also, remember that you want to raise wholesome adults. You don't want to raise children that are dummies or they will just follow any advice they hear. You want to teach them on how to make their own informed decisions. You also want them to be able to make healthy decisions. And one more thing, and probably the last thing in this video, is having good self-esteem, understanding themselves and accepting their bodies and accepting themselves, because we're in a generation where a lot of imagery about perfection is being projected on our children. Your voice needs to be in your child's head to tell them they are okay, they are enough, and they're perfect the way they are, and they can work on their imperfections. So parents, I hope with these few points I've been able to give you some form of guidance that this conversation is important, it is essential, and you are helping your child in the long run. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.